Monique Nikkole's page. Hey, boo. I'm KJ in the Midday, Magic 1013. And on our Magic 1013 Instagram page, can you guys hear me okay? And then, this is amazing. This is amazing. We are live for the very first time inside KJ's Cafe with the one and only Monique Nikkole. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You look so lovely, girl.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate you rolling through. Now, look, your whole, girl, you are, look, Versace down. Look, I commented her handbag earlier because she don't know when she leave, you know, if she want to gift it, re-gift it. Won't we do it? Now, while we're trying to get set up, I hope you guys can hear us okay. And if you can't hear us okay, or if you need, can you see me okay? We're going to shift our camera over there on the pink one a little bit this way. Hi, Instagram family. There we go. That's it. Our Instagram family's in the building. Our Magic Facebook family's in the building. And what's your Instagram? You live on Instagram?
I am. Well, I'm actually live on Facebook, Monique Nikkole.
Look, we love that on Facebook, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead.
look, every chance we get, we on Facebook. So today is our day, and as I mentioned, we're live for the very first time on our Magic 1013 page on Instagram, on Facebook. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We are here with the lovely Monique Nikkole, and she and I have become besties in the hallway.
Yes, indeed.
And you told me that you drove up today.
I did.
And you came from where?
Canton, Georgia.
Because I asked her, you know, usually when we get artists in the building to come and do interviews with us, it's a whole big entourage. We got managers, we got makeup artists, we got video photographers, but it's just me and my friend here today. We're having a girls' powwow,
That's
little
right.
beauty shop talk going on.
Yes, indeed.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Monique has a new song out with Lil Flip, and it's called Red Bottoms and Lingerie.
Yes.
You have to tell us what inspired that song.
Well, backstory. The song was actually chosen for me by my manager.
Mm-hmm.
And he heard it. He found it to be intriguing and then brought it to me. And he's like, I think this would be perfect for you. And I listened to it and I was like, this is different. It's a lot different from my previous catalog. And I viewed it as a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the topic. So I went for it and I did it because it's more like contemporary R&B. It's a lot different from my sound. And after we put the project together, I was like, wow, all right.
Now, you say a lot different from your sound
Yes.
and a lot different from what you've done in the past. For friends who don't know what you have done in the past, tell us about that. Tell us about your journey in the music industry.
Well, I started out, my core is raw soul and R&B, classic R&B. So my first song was Say Yes. And that was my song that went national, commercial radio around the world, the remix as well. And that sound is a lot different from Red Bottoms and Lingerie sonically. It's just a lot different. The style of singing is a lot different. You know, previously you got all these high notes and these riffs and these, you know, drawn out notes and all the theatrics. Now you have choppy cadences and, you know, just something that's different, more to what they're doing today. You know, more Chris Brown stuff, more like a Rihanna or anyone that could kind of fit that mold. And I was just, you know, kind of like proud of myself that I could actually do that too.
Yeah.
So
you like sang.
I sang.
So give us a little example of what you bring to the mic.
What do you
Live
want me to
inside
say?
KJ's Cafe. If you're just joining us, this is Monique Nikkole. I just put her on the spot
You
to
sure
ask her to
did.
blow. Just do
trying to
you cover
think.
other songs, or you write all your own material?
I write and I do some covers.
Mhm.
Trying to think what I want to sing for y'all.
What's like your favorite song? If you could sing, like right now, if you had the microphone, we're gonna have the imaginary
I have
microphone.
so many. Let me think. Silly of me to think that I could ever have you for my guy. How I love you.
Come on, Pipes. So yeah, you sang.
Yeah, I sang.
That's what's up. Now, before you got into what you're doing now, you actually had a whole nother career in a whole nother industry that many people would probably never guess.
Yes. Those that don't know, I was a detective sergeant on the Nassau County Police Department. I did that for almost 24 years, honestly.
Now, when did you start? When you was like 2?
Yeah,
Okay, girl.
sure. I started as a
Come on, Black
recruit
Jeans.
or a cadet,
Now.
and then I kind of just rolled over.
That's what's up.
You know.
That's what's up. So you were in like the precinct singing and doing all that with your coworkers and stuff?
Well, when I got the position, had another position as departmental vocalist, then I would sing at work.
Mm-hmm.
Do the national anthem or whatever needed to be done. They would call me out, sing at the Nassau Coliseum. I got to sing at some of the best places, some of the biggest venues through my job. So I'm thankful for that I was able to work my profession and also do what I love at work too.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to have a job, but then when you have a job that you actually love,
Right.
it's not considered work because you go do what you love every single day.
Exactly. So I left working for the detective division. I worked in different divisions through my years on the job, but I loved doing that. I was a supervisor, so I wasn't always out in the thick of it, but just reviewing cases and putting pieces together, the puzzles and stuff. So I did enjoy my work all the way around.
Now, was that up in New York? Because I hear like your accent.
Yes. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, originally, but where I worked was in Long Island, Western Long Island, and then I lived in Eastern Long Island, which is in Suffolk County. So, home is New York.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Now, how'd you come down south? Hook up with Lil Flip, get him on this record,
Yes.
and as they say, the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Or her story.
Yeah, her story. I like that. Again, my manager brought me the record, Michael Stemley, and then we were debating who we were going to put on there. And originally, my brother, which is also, a co-manager on my team, he's like, maybe a female. And they both like thinking female energy, and y'all both got the red bottoms on, and all the guys are like, yeah. And I'm like, what about a man?
Right.
And then my brother was like, yeah, maybe Ludacris or this one, that one. We just bouncing back names. And my manager says, what about Little Flip? And I'm like, yeah. So he called his people, and they were like, okay. And he did the verse in like 2 days and sent it back. And the rest was history.
That's real cool, though. That you can pick up the phone and call an artist. Have you ever picked up the phone or had your folks pick up the phone and reach out to somebody and they say, nah, we good?
No.
Has that ever happened?
I haven't had that happen.
Because usually when you have great music, people will gravitate to that.
Yeah.
And they'll want to be a part of that project, right? So I think you and I have spoken before over the phone, not in person like we're doing now.
Right.
But who is somebody that you would really love to like work with in the industry?
Man, there's so many. Brian McKnight. My favorite, Gladys Knight.
Oh yeah.
I love me some Gladys. Jennifer Hudson. Just so many. Celine Dion, but I think she's in retirement.
For the right price, she'll come out.
Just so many artists that I love and respect. Like currently, I'm working on a record with Keith Washington.
I love him.
And he's an awesome writer and producer. Like people, I don't know if they really know that's how he started out. And I got to go out to LA in 2 weeks and work with Norman Connors.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tell him to put you on that starship.
I know, right?
Oh my God, that's my jam.
Yes. I mean, everything.
That's got to be like a real surreal moment when you get to work with some of those kind of artists.
It really is. And, for Norman Connors to want to work with little old Monique Nikkole, like, I mean, it's still a dream.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it's quite a ride. I'm enjoying it. Things are opening up. Other producers are reaching out to work and collaborate and write, and so we're working on these albums. I did say albums because I'm doing a jazz album.
Oh wow.
For my core and some standards, and I'm finishing up, rounding off that project of the contemporary R&B sound. Just to follow up with with red bottoms and lingerie. But I love that sound as well. I'm a little bit of an eclectic soul, so I like
Yes.
a lot of.
And it's good to step out of the comfort zone, do something different every now and again.
Yes, and when you own yourself, you can.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a label telling me, oh, you have to stay like pigeonholed to this type of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can do what I want. And I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so excited for you. You know, because I know this industry is hard. How is it for women, you know, back behind the scenes?
I would say more difficult maybe for the younger ones.
Okay.
You know, mother has lived. So you ain't gonna just come and just tell me anything.
Right.
You know, and that could be
They'll try it. They'll try it.
They will try it. But I just, with my background and with the experience that I have, not that it's easy, I'm not saying that, but I miss a lot of the pitfalls.
Right.
And not only that, but I've fallen before now.
Right.
Before I got here.
But just not for the okie doke.
No, I mean, because I've been in the music business well over 20 years.
Right.
You know, I started out with concert promotions. I was a manager. I've owned studios. So,
Oh, wow.
like, I took my losses.
Mm-hmm.
Film companies, I had people run off with money. Like, I've been burnt. So let's put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's a woman or female kind of dynamic, getting back to your question.
Right.
That's just part of the business.
Right,
And
right.
You know, your snake is a snake, whether male, female, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as a female, you have to know how to play the game and don't compromise yourself.
Right.
You know.
That's good advice. You know, because that's what happens with a lot of people in the industry,
Right.
different industries too.
Mm-hmm.
You end up compromising yourself and able to be a part of what's happening.
Right.
You know, and then as a result, you may end up losing yourself,
Yeah.
or may miss out on opportunities too.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So, I'm not doing that.
I know that's right.
So don't bring the foolishness my way, because I'm not having it. So I don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, and you can maneuver in this industry and still not sell your soul. You know, that's my little jewels, my little 2 cents.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how has the pandemic? I know you said you drove to Mississippi, down to Lafayette, through Georgia, up to Kentucky. This your first time in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Like they say at church, welcome, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Glad to have you, and I'm glad you made it safe. Now, with the pandemic, has that altered the way that you do shows, or you do like the promotion of your album coming out?
It has. It has hindered it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things and opportunities I would have had if there wasn't COVID. Like, I was supposed to be in Spain, I was supposed to go to Europe and work out there, and everything came to a screeching halt and has been deferred.
Right.
Now it's the catch-up game, and like the video that I have out now, you know, which was playing on all the major platforms, BET and MTV and everything else in between. But I wasn't able to personally go into the studios and or do that up close and personal, perform on the shows. Like nothing. I couldn't do anything because everything was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that part of my visibility to you guys taken away. So where my record is still performing very well, I charted, you know, on Billboard. I'm happy for that. I peaked at 36. So for a little independent label like Coco Tunes Publishing / Music,
That's a good look.
that's a good look. But if I didn't have the pandemic, I could have gone further with it. So yeah, I mean, it hurts a little bit, but hey, and keep it moving.
Right. Because we do have platforms now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, versus a couple of years ago, you know,
Yeah.
we didn't have like the Instagram Live, Facebook
Mhm.
Live.
Right.
So that's another medium for artists to get their music out on too,
Exactly.
and just kind of pivot, you know.
You have to.
Yep.
You have to kind of like recreate yourself. I took the good I could take out of the pandemic. and that was more time with my family.
Mhm.
You know, you realize then that you don't want to kill everybody, which is a good thing. Taking fitness more serious, having a little bit more time to do those things that you might not have time to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And building your mental game up.
Yes.
Doing more reading and research and, you know, just things. There's other things out there than just being outside.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I'm a little bit of a hermit anyway. I'm outside when I need to be. So.
Right.
Now
I told her off camera, I'm asleep when the sun go down, right? When I get home and take my boots off and put my socks on, ain't no more coming back outside. So I can definitely identify with that.
Yeah, I mean.
But, you know, then you go in the house and you search for good music.
Yeah.
And then you run up on music like yours.
Oh, thank you.
You know? And, you know, just woman to woman, I'm so happy to see you getting the success that you're getting now. Because it's hard out here for a pimp, right?
It
is hard.
Oh my God.
And especially for women, right?
It is.
You know, they want you to look a certain way or do things a certain way. And, you know, it's just, you know, it doesn't always have to be that way.
No,
right?
Because it should be about the voice at the end of the day, not the aesthetic. You know, that's the unfortunate side of the business. You know, and that gets on my nerves.
Let me tell you, I wouldn't be able to be in the business. And I'm too chubby and I can't sing.
You are not. Cut it out, and you're beautiful. Look at her. Just naturally, just gorgeous.
Now, I paid her $2 to say that.
Oh, please.
Now, when is your album coming out?
The turn of the year. I don't have a date, but January.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes out, we're going to invite you back. We're going to set up our whole room, or we're going to have a whole session with you and get maybe listeners. And we can't see the comments way over there, unfortunately, but we do thank you for tuning in.
Hey.
And we do thank you for giving us some clicks and views today. I wish I could see it, and I wish I could shout out everybody.
Yeah.
And even ask, you know, address some of the questions people may have. But once we get everything set up, we're definitely going to invite you back.
Thank you so much.
To greet our Louisville family and treat you like family.
Thank
you. You know, this is your first time here.
Yeah.
And you got to come back.
I
Because
will.
we got the Derby, we're going to have Mother's Day, we're going to have a bunch of stuff. And who knows? Look, my peoples might have to talk to your peoples about giving my people some red bottoms or something.
Yeah, hey,
right?
let's do it.
And lingerie.
All right.
That's the single you need to be banging. Red bottoms and lingerie. Monique Nikkole with Lil Flip on that thing. And if you could give somebody a piece of advice right now in terms of the business, what would that be?
Read, study, know the back end.
That's important.
The back end is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is the music business. You can be as creative as you want, but if you don't know your business, you will get robbed.
Right.
And you will not make money. And the end goal is not all about the money, but that's the business side. So you need to know that, you know, because I was a manager and I did all that other stuff. I knew the back end.
Meaning in terms of like getting your cut after.
Yeah, knowing you should have a good understanding of contracts and agreements and splits on publishing. You should have your own publishing company because you have to do a 50-50 split with publishing, so you might as well own your other 50%.
Right.
Do your own publishing. It's so much that you need to know that you have to study the back end. You have to know because that's the only way you're gonna know if somebody's trying to rob you. So that's one important piece of advice. The other piece is practice. Polish your craft. You have to. You have to practice how you play. That way, you're always ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to
get ready.
Okay, so if you sing or you play or whatever it is that you do it daily.
That's good advice. And you heard it right here inside KJ's Cafe from the one and only Monique Nikkole. And I know we're on your Facebook Live,
Yes.
but our friends on our Magic page and on our Magic Instagram page, where can they find you? How can they follow you?
You can follow me at Monique Nikkole, and Monique is the common spelling, MoniqueNikkole. See, Nicole is a little different. That's actually my real name too, but at Monique Nikkole everywhere.
That's still my daughter's name, Nikkole, Likole.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you could just Google me, you'll find all my links.
That's what's up. Thank you for rolling through KJ's
Thank
Cafe.
you.
We love you, and girl,
Love you
nothing but
more.
continued success and blessings to you, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for tuning in, Facebook and Instagram. Later,
Thank
boo.
you.